What's on? All right, let's go get the truck out. Before we can leave, we gotta switch that hitch over. I got a ball hitch in right now. Bed's a little messy. I don't think it'll go anywhere, at least this time. Probably should also make sure we got a couple extra pins. I don't think there's that many on the back of the truck anymore. Sure would hate to get there and not have any. Hoping to pull one of the, the one wagon and a rake back first. Let's see, I know I got a couple extra pins on the back of the International loader tractor. Let's see. That one will probably do. That one will do. That'll do. There's a pin, cotter pin, and that one. So between them, that should get us what we need. I'll take the D250, go pick him up, it's a farm truck. It'll do just fine. We're going to be making 2 trips over to Coldwater. Well, at least 2 trips. First trip we'll try to get the bale wagon and the smaller rake, as long as the rake fits up behind the bale wagon okay and pulls okay. And then we'll go back and make a second trip, pick up the second bigger rake, and hopefully that all goes pretty smooth. And stopped at TSC on the way to get some more dog food and an extra pin just in case. Hey, we're just pulling up to the sale. Right there on the end, that green kick wagon, and that one's ours now. We'll pick that one up and try to get one of our rakes. We got that wagon all hooked up, so we'll go move around and go get that rake too. Got one of our rakes hooked up, this one here, all ready to go. And then we also bought this rake, so we'll come back here in a little while and we'll pick that one up too. Well, take a nice slow little ride home now. Well, we're just getting back with our first trip. Made it with no problems. Didn't take too long. We'll get this wagon and this rake unhooked, and we'll go back and get the other one. Yeah. Got just a slight hill in the driveway, and don't need to come back later and find these have moved too far. Let's get another one. That'll work. That'll work really good. Stopped inside for a little bit and saw Ashley. Switch out one kid for the other. That way the little boy can get a nap. And we'll go back and we'll get that other rake. We won't go too fast.
This slow, Dad.
Okay, we'll go slow.
That's too fast, Dad.
It is not too fast.
Oh, okay.
We'll be over there in just a little bit, and we'll get the rake and we'll come home. Sound good?
Okay, Mom, snack.
All right, I'll get you a snack. Yep.
Find the rake.
Oh, there's the rake. It's over here. It's on my side. Make sure there's nothing really loose. That wheel's also in transport mode. Pin's moved up. We'll see how this works, how that moves around for us, if it rides real nice. I don't think we're going to trust that duct tape. It's not real far home, but I'd really hate to lose a bunch of really nice new rake, I don't know what you call these, rake fingers, rake, but we'll take them off, throw them in the bed of the truck, and head on out of here.
Again.
Yeah, we'll pass your cousin's school again. Got a couple miles down the road, and this outside wheel over here, I don't think the friction disc or plate, or I'm not really sure what to call it, if it's tight enough, because this wheel is just wobbling around like crazy. Get that to ride just a little bit better. Put just a little more pressure on it and see what that does. And we can play around with things, mess around with it some this spring and this summer. Just at this point, get it home. Give that a try, see if that improves the ride much. Alright, so we made it back with the second rake. Easy, pretty easy trip. After we tightened up that friction disc a little bit, it pulled a heck of a lot nicer all the way back. So that was definitely a good thing to stop and mend real quick while we were out there. I don't know if we're gonna make that. We'll get out, get a tractor out, and start putting some of this stuff away. I saw this hay wagon. It matches the wagon that we had bought in a couple years ago up at the sale. Even had the same design for the front doors, which I always kind of liked. It was neat. Someone did a good job figuring those out, how it latches in. We lost that wagon along with some of our other machinery in that tornado last spring. So when I saw this one, I really wanted to get another one like it. I had replaced 2 of the wagons already. I always borrow 1 to 2 wagons from a neighbor, and they sold one of them, so it's nice just having an extra spare wagon around. You're gonna have to probably pull this top board off, that way the New Holland kicker can actually kick into the wagon. But after at the sale, after I bought it, an older gentleman came up to me and asked if I had bought it, and I told him I did. And he's like, okay, well, did you by chance buy the one that was on the sale a couple years ago? And I said, yes, I did. He's like, well, that's interesting. He's like, that was also mine. Like, you just bought this wagon off of me. So, oh, that's pretty cool. He told me where he was from. He was just north of St. Mary's, and told him what happened to the fate of that other wagon. But he told me that his dad had actually made these wagons, designed them, made it, and even designed those doors on it. And I shared with him what I thought and how pretty cool they were and pretty ingenious. We never had problems with them opening up. They always open up really nice. So this wagon will make a really nice spare wagon, wagon that we can fill up, or I can fill up while I'm baling before we get all of our help here in the day. Saw this little 5-wheel rake up there. Been borrowing a neighbor's larger V rake for the last couple years, and it works really nice. Always really liked using it, but we've got a couple smaller fields that it doesn't work as nicely in, and even some of the stuff here at the farm. So I figured,
give this little 5-wheel rake a chance, and if I don't like this old style of wheel, I've still got my old V-rake down at the neighbor's place that got hit with a tornado, and maybe I could pull those wheels off and switch out these hubs to where the V-rake wheels will fit on this. But got a couple old smaller tractors I think we'll pull it with. Something that's a little bit smaller, maybe go out there if we have to flip rows over. It might be something small enough to go flip rows over with too. We'll see how much we use it. Might use it a lot this year, might not use it much at all. On the sale right after that small rake was this nice bigger H&S 9-wheel rake. Didn't really think I'd bid on it, but I thought it was a nice rake. The bid stalled out at about $600, so I figured, heck, might as well try to jump in on it. Jumped in on it and ended up getting it, so we probably won't be having to borrow the neighbor's rake at all this year. Between this rake and that small one, should be able to get everything done. Might need a little work, but you know, that's buying anything used. Came with a bunch of extra little fingers. A couple more broke, so we'll switch some of them out before we use it. Check everything over. I did have to tighten up that one disc for that wheel over there because it was bounced around a little bit coming home. I think it'll do really well for what we are using it for. We're only doing about 35 to 40 acres of hay on every cutting. Nothing excessive, so this rake might be more than what we need. I like getting it all raked up as quick as possible. That way I can get to baling. So I guess having a little bit bigger rake isn't going to be a bad thing in the end. This spot will do for now. Come spring, we'll have to move a lot of this stuff around. But for now, this will do. Get this unhooked, put the tractor away. Feed some cows and go spend the rest of the day with Ashley and the kids. Just wanted to wrap today's video up. Just wanted to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We can do a lot here, but we can't grow this channel without your help. Thank you. Have a good day.